Hello! Today I'm going to show you how you can delete redirects from Shopify in bulk using the Matrixify app. So let's get started. Now we first need to start off in the Matrixify app. So here I am in the Matrixify app, as you can see. Now we need to first export the existing redirects from our store so we can then go ahead and delete them. To do so, press New Export. Here you'll be able to see a new export page has been opened. We'll first start off by selecting the format that we would like to export in. Now, if not exporting data over the Excel limits, we do recommend to choose the Matrixify Excel format to export in, as this tends to be a lot easier to work with and a lot less likely to break. However, if you are exporting data that is over the Excel limits, for example over 1 million rows, then you would need to export in the Matrixify CSV format. If you're not exporting that amount of data, then we do recommend to use Excel, which is what I'm going to select to export now. Once you've selected your format, we can then move on to selecting what sheets we would like to export. To do so, click on Select Sheet, and here you'll be able to see all the entities Matrixify is able to export. In our case, we would like to export redirects, so select Redirects. You'll then be able to see the redirect sheet has been selected, and just make sure that all columns have been selected to be exported, which in this case would be ID, path, command, and target. You do not need to change any of the export options in this case. The default ones will work fine and exactly as we need them to. And if all looks good and as it should, we can then go ahead and press Export. Once exported, you can then go ahead and download the exported file by pressing the Download Exported File button. You'll then see the file downloading, and then go ahead and click on it to open it so we can then start editing our data. Here I am in my exported file, and these are also the redirects that I would like to delete. To do so, we really only need to change the value of one column, and in this case that column would be command. So we're going to change the command column value from merge to delete. So I will go ahead and do that now and add that value for both rows, as in this case I would like to delete both redirects. In your case, you would add the command delete for the redirect you would like to delete and remove any of the redirects from your file that you do not wish to delete. So for example, if I did not wish to delete this redirect, I would remove it from the file completely and leave only the redirects that I want to delete in my import file. But in this case, as I would like to delete all redirects from my store, I'm going to leave both rows with the command delete, as my store currently only has 2 redirects anyways. So once you've changed the command and your file only contains the redirects you would like to delete, we can then go ahead and save our file and import it back into the Matrixify app. I'm going to be saving my file as delete redirect. In your case, you can save the file as anything you would like to save the file. It's completely up to you. But yes, in my case, I'm going to name it delete redirects. So once you've gone ahead and saved, we can then head back to the Matrixify app. Here I am in the Matrixify app, and this is where we're going to be uploading the file that we have just edited and saved. So to do so, press Add File, select the file that we've just saved, either by dragging and dropping it into the app or pressing Open. It's completely up to you. And once you've uploaded the file, you'll see it analyzing. Once uploaded and analyzed, you'll be able to see that the app has correctly identified our file as redirects. The total count should also show the total amount of redirects you have in your import file. In my case, it is correct. It has 2. In your case, it would show however many redirects you have in your import file. You should then also see a comment about your uploaded file, and it's just there to make sure that you know that you're deleting the whole item and that the command is delete, which in this case is very correct. That is what we're looking to do with this import. So no need to worry about that comment. You may also see an ignored sheet, and this is just the export summary sheet from the file that we exported. It's completely okay to leave it in the import file. As it says here, it will just be ignored. It will not make a difference to the import at all. And if all looks good, and as it should, we can then go ahead and press import. Once the import has completed, you will then be able to see that your redirects have been deleted, and as you can also see in my case, both redirects have been successfully deleted. And that really would be it. That is how you can bulk delete redirects from your Shopify store using the Matrixify app. We also offer a written tutorial on this topic as well, which you can see here. And I will also leave a link in the description of this video to this tutorial, so you can find it easily if you prefer following a written tutorial rather than a video tutorial. And if you have any questions, queries or concerns, or if you run into any issues at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can contact us via Slack, where we have MyBot, our AI assistant, which will reply to you in real time, and if needed, our support team will also jump in to help. You can then reach out to us via email as well if you would like, at support@matrixify.app. And we also offer a great AI in-app assistant, which is also MyBot, which will answer you within the Matrixify app. And that very same AI assistant can also be found on our website here. And MyBot will be very happy to help you in real time, answering any questions, queries, or concerns that you may have. And that would be it from me today. That is how you can delete redirects from your Shopify store in bulk using the Matrixify app.